Travis kiddos. I have lots of new information for you for this week. I have our new phonics combinations, a sound that we've heard before, but using different letters to make it. I have 4 new ways to make that sound. I have 6 new sight words for you and 5 vocabulary words. So this week we are going to focus on the O sound, the long O sound. Now we learned that you can make that with O blank E, with a consonant in the blank, right? So we've learned like hope and rope and hole. Those words all have the O blank E. The silent E makes the O say its name, O, right? This week, we're going to learn some new ways to make that long O sound, like the letter O all by itself, like in the word old, old. So O by itself can make the O sound. We also know it makes ah, but this week we're going to think about that long O. You can make it with OA, like in coat, boat. OA together makes O. OW can make the O sound. It can make another sound, but we'll learn about that later. This week, we're going to focus on OW, O sound, like in show and slow. The last way for this week, OE can make the O sound as well, like Joe, toe. OE can make the O sound. So again, we already learned about O blank E. Now we know O can make the O sound. OA can make O. OW can make O. And OE can make O. So we will be reading some words later this week with those O phonics combinations. Let's move on to the sight words. This week's new sight words are find. F-I-N-D, find. And we learned that long I can be made with just the letter I. Just like O can make long O, just I by itself can make the long I sound. Find. Food. F-O-O-D, food. More. M-O-R-E, more. Over. O-V-E-R, over. And that O all by itself is making that O sound. There's also an O blank E, but that's to help the E-R make the er sound. So either way you slice it, it's over. Over. Start. S-T-A-R-T, start. And warm. W-A-R-M, warm. Let's go through them one more time together. Find, food, more, over, start, and warm. Again, we'll keep practicing those and we'll see them a lot in our reading this week. You know, you also have the entire phonics review that you can work on. I'll put that in the description below so you can refresh yourself on all the sight words we've learned so far. So we've gone over our O sound, our new 6 sight words. Let's learn those new 5 vocabulary words. They are survive, communicate, provide, wilderness, and superior. So think about those words. We'll do our normal. Have you heard it? Could you explain what it means? Could you use it in a sentence? Or do you know what it means? Sorry, do you know what it means? Can you use it in a sentence? Can you explain what it means? Hardest one. Have you heard it? Do you know what it means? Could you use it in a sentence? And could you explain what it means? So, survive. How do you feel? Survive. Survive means to stay alive. Okay? So different animals need different things in order to survive. But we all need shelter, food or some kind of nourishment, water, and of course love to survive. So survive, to stay alive. How about communicate? Have you heard it? Do you know what it means? Could you use it? Could you explain it? Communicate. We've talked about this a lot with science, right? We talk about ways that animals communicate with one another or give each other information. To communicate means to give information to. So we communicate with words and speaking. We also use gestures. I use them a lot. We use our body language as well, and our facial expressions all help us communicate. But other animals might make croaking noises or barking or other body language to show other animals what they want to tell them, to give them information. Communicate, to give information. Okay? And provide. How about that one? How are you feeling? To provide means to give something that's needed. Okay? I am providing you with the information of what these vocabulary words mean. So I'm giving you something that you need, the definitions of these words. Okay? Provide. Give something that is needed. How about wilderness? You might have heard that one. Wilderness. Wilderness is a place where no people live. So out in the wilderness, there are lots of plants and animals, vegetation, all kinds of things, right? But not people living there. People might go into the wilderness, but it's a place where it's not populated by people. And last one, superior. How about that one? Tough one. Superior means something that's better than something else. Okay, so maybe you have one coat that is superior to another. It's warmer, it protects you from the wind and rain better. It is better than the other coat. Superior, something that is better than something else. Let's go through all of this one more time real quick. We have the vocabulary words survive. Do you remember what it means? Survive means to stay alive. Communicate. Communicate means how animals give each other information. Provide. Provide means to give something that is needed. Wilderness. Wilderness is a place where no people live. And superior. Superior is something better than something else. Now, do you remember the sounds this week? This is the same sound that we've already learned. It's the O sound. O, 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 O. They're all making the O sound, and quickly, let's go through those sight words one more time. Find, food, more, over, start, warm. So that's our basic information for this week. We are, of course, going to build on all of that, but it's a good place to start. Have fun and happy learning.